Yo, what up, what up, what up? I hope everybody's doing good out there, live and well. Here, I'm at work, another day, another dollar. Just kicking back, doing my little security work. But check this out. Something I want to touch on today about the P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs trial. And, when I hear the commentary, people that are reporting it on the news and reporting it on YouTube, the people that are there, the reporters, and how Cassidy went into detail about these freak-off parties. And her husband, her now husband, is there in the courtroom. I started thinking, I get it. As a husband, you want to support your wife, okay? Of course, I expect him to at least escort her to the courtroom, but when she's taking a stand, I wouldn't want to be there to listen to that. I don't want to hear all the freaky-deaky stuff that was going on with her previous, in her previous life with this man. Because hearing that will only enrage me. You get what I'm saying? I would definitely go into a very, very dark place. You get what I'm saying? Hearing somebody taking advantage of a woman that I'm now in love with and having children and have a family with, that would bother me. I would be very disturbed. Not saying anything, that he would do anything against Cassidy. I'm not saying that part. I'm just saying that would very, hearing it. Listen, every man, not every man, but when you get married and you know your wife was with somebody before you, unless she's a virgin. Your wife knows you were with other women before her, unless you was a virgin, okay? Unless you guys got married right out of high school and you guys been together since high school, you guys took each other's virginity, that's something different. But to hear it, and the freak-offs, you understand, she's not talking about encounters with just Puffy. No, she's talking about with escorts and this going on and that going on. Freak-off parties lasting 36 to 48 hours. She said the longest one was 4 days. Who's going to do that? Men and women, you're going to be sore. Who has sex for 4 days straight, like just straight? Who does that? That's abuse. That's abuse. This is what she is saying. Do I know that to be true? Was I in the room? Absolutely not. I was not there. But I can only go by what people say. But as a man, and to hear that, that would definitely, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be looking at Puff like, yo, you did that to her? But hopefully in his mindset, he's saying, well, listen, that was their relationship. That's what was going on during that time. You get what I'm saying? I'm with her now. Hopefully he can kind of like filter that. But me personally, just me, if I'm with you now, and I know you dated Puff and I heard things, but to actually hear you tell the story, it will bother me. I'm pretty sure maybe she probably told him beforehand, maybe, I don't know. Like, hey, listen, babe, there's some things you're going to hear when you get to this courtroom. Let me tell you now the things that I have done when I was with this man. Let me explain everything. So in that way, when you get there, you're not as like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she prepared him already. And maybe he's like, all right, I'm ready for it, baby. Listen, I'm there for you in court. I'm with you right now. I'm stand by you. We're married. We have children. We have a relationship. Listen, I'm going to stand by you. But if that was me, and I know me, my mind would go completely just, you know what I'm saying? I would not rather be in that courtroom and listen to that and just seeing my wife break down crying while she's pregnant with my baby. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to have at least the mental fortitude to not trying to leap over and put yourself in prison to do something to this man. But you got to remember, this was her previous relationship. This was before you. So that's what you got to have, that mental fortitude. You get what I'm saying? That mental, like, all right, I'm good. I'm good. Me personally, I wouldn't put myself in that position. I would much rather not hear it. Okay, I know these things happen to you. You can always talk to me about it, but I don't want to know the details. When you hear some of the details that was going on, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Now, another thing, I'll probably start looking at her like, oh, baby girl, you didn't tell me you did all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, you did that? Ooh. And there was multiple guys. You understand what I'm saying? We all know our wives, our girlfriends, they've been with other people before. But you don't want to know. Why would you want to know? And that's my point. Why would you want to know? I wouldn't want to go in there. I would be with her, hotel. We ride to the courtroom. I would go, but I wouldn't go inside the courtroom. I would wait outside, or if they say, hey, you can't be out here in the lobby, I would go outside. Maybe I'll get a text, whatever. Okay, she's done. Come back in. You know, go through the whole thing, meet up with her. We go down the elevator together. But me personally, her being called to the stand, I wouldn't want to be in that courtroom. At least while she's on the stand, I wouldn't want to be in there. I would have to excuse myself. Once she takes the stand, I'm going to get up, head out the door, because I don't want to hear the details behind that. So let me know your thoughts, man. Tell me what you think. As a man, would you want to hear all the details if your wife or significant other was involved in this kind of thing? All right. And ladies, would you want your man to come here in the details? You know, if you were involved in a situation like this and you had to take the stand and give details of the situation. Yo, let me know. Peace.